All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of Gar Capital. It is Monday, March 18th, 2024. Glad to be with you this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So that starts with you clicking that subscribe button and make sure to turn on notifications. For this video, I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit. I really want to focus on a couple of things. Just quick notes, because Saturday I did post the weekly video. So I went over a lot of charts there, our watch list, things that I'm watching, positions I'm looking at, all that good stuff, futures, options, the market, you name it, it's on there. Make sure to take a look at that video. It is on our video playlist on our channel. So we'd love for you to take a look at that so you don't miss anything in the future. Notification bell. Make sure to turn that on. All right. Dow futures are up 70 points while the NASDAQ is up 226. Guess what's up today? It is NVIDIA. NVIDIA being the big one up this morning. S&P 500 futures are up 39 with the Russell up 0.37%. I'm going to go and read out here some of the pre-market movers. Let's see if I can get this uploaded. I got Tesla up 4% this morning. I got Bank of America up 0.20% this morning. Palantir's up 1.66. NVIDIA's up nearly 3% this morning. AMD up 1.5%. Masterclass is in those AMD calls with me. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look at those. AMD is up pre-market. 197.15 was the target, technically speaking. But let's take a look at it. Here's Masterclass. Masterclass, we filled the April 19 200 calls, $9.70. That's why I did not send this to premium. But again, retest of the breakout, 197.15 being our first target. We are now at 194.25. Based on that, we are at now 193.97. So we should be able to snag that this morning. AMD, Williams in the house. AMD call. Yes, sir. I love it. So let's keep an eye on AMD. Get a little breakfast bags this morning. 52.31 on ES. S&P 500 futures is what I'm looking for. So get that break. We could target 52.51. On Saturday, I was talking about possible pullback. Let's see if we get it. Nope. Market's pushing higher. Remember, we got Powell on Wednesday. I talked about that on the video. 10-year treasury yields. I don't think I talked about that enough, but I want to take a point here. I think it was Gustavo that was asking me about treasury bonds and why treasury bonds are important in terms of the stock market. So bond prices and bond yields are move inverse. They move opposite from each other. This is the 10-year treasury yield. So what I want you to do, see 43.26, I want you to move this decimal to the left. And that right there is your 10-year treasury yield, 4.326%. All good? Great. So stay there and understand that if yields go higher, that means bond prices, people are not buying bonds, they're selling them. So bond prices fall lower. Why would prices go lower? When there's not enough demand yet. Prices go high due to lack of supply and high demand. Prices go lower when there's too much supply and not enough demand. We need to get rid of this stuff. It's kind of like a garage sale. Get rid of it. I need to move. I need to get out of here. I need the cash. Fair enough. So that's the 10-year and how it moves in terms of treasury bonds. Remember, they have auctions. It's the U.S. government borrowing money. Think of it that way. If they borrow too much money and there's too much supply of bonds, prices are going to go down. So it's going to cost them more to borrow. Rates go higher. And if it costs the government, the actual entity that can print money, what makes you think is going to happen to your interest rates and your lines of credit? They're going to go up, meaning that you're not going to be able to borrow as much for as cheap as much or as low as before. How's that? 10-year treasury yield, take a look at it here on the weekly chart. We are near a very key level of resistance. So this is what FOMC is going to be about, guys. This is going to be the Fed right here. Do we break out? And if we do, expect this to pull back, the S&P 500, just for the simple fact of velocity. It doesn't mean that if rates go higher, automatically stocks go down. It doesn't work like that. It's bond velocity, bond volatility. If bonds move too much, too fast, like a damn penny stock, think of 2020 COVID, think of 2022, the inflation scare, you name it. That's what happens. So on Wednesday with the FOMC, if this breaks out, expect a weakness in stocks. Maybe we get that breakdown. If we reject and we get back around to possibly 3.5%, possibly, that'll just get back to last year, April. we got a little more room to go on stocks. So it's all on Powell. Let's see what he says. I don't expect a rate cut. I don't think anyone is for March, meaning on Wednesday, but we will be vigilant. We will be vigilant. That's what Treasury bonds are. That's why it's important. Keep an eye on it. We're at 17 in a row now. Good morning, gentlemen. We are not at 17 in a row, unless you're counting Masterclass. I think we are at 15. We just broke the 14 mark, which was the highs of 2024. I did put it on the watches and charts. Here you go. Put some details on it. Here it is. We are 15 in a row. No, this is on Premium Signals. My apologies. This is the Discord server, guys. Just a heads up. But this is the Premium Signals. We were three consecutive perfect weeks. Perfect. 2 for 2 last week. Puts and calls. Year to date, yeah, we're at 15 in a row. March has been perfect, and I want to keep it perfect. So let's not mess up. Let's see questions. Thoughts on SPY shooting up if it remains above 514? Everyone loves SPY, and that's totally cool by me. I'm an ES guy, S&P 500 guy. So let's extend this here. 515, if we break above 515, 520 is your next target. NVIDIA saving markets again. It always has been. It has been since last March. That's what NVIDIA's been doing. Remember, right when NVIDIA had earnings, that's when we had the SVB crisis kind of coming out of it. Just saying. JPM is near all-time highs. So, not the best. But I love where your head's at. How about Citibank? Above 58.33, target the 60 calls, part of the watch list. That's what I'm looking for. Still same banks. Can that breakout above the 200-day? We're not even at a golden cross on the weekly yet. So we're above the 200-week moving average. We have been below that really since 2022. So it's good to see that it's good to see that Citi is finally getting out of this little funk here. Up to 60 is what we're looking for. Levels for QQQ calls. We're going to have to go to the 4-hour chart. All right, we're above that 200 MA. I would say maybe right above 440. But again, you have Powell on Wednesday, so just be careful when it comes to Qs. I'd rather do futures. Google and SPY, please. We just went over SPY, but let's take a look at Google. I did put a note for our premium members. Take a look here. Watch us in charts. So every morning for our premium and masterclass members, I always write in the morning our game plan. So you guys are prepared exactly what to look for. I get questions, well, I used to all the time of, are we still holding? Are we doing this? What are we doing? So obviously I got my act together and said, let's just make a game plan. I really want to make this into a sports analogy so everyone really catches it. You have your pregame, you have your halftime report. I update everyone midday where our positions are. I will get you where you need to go, guys. No problem. But you could see we had Google up pre-market. Again, this is part of my watch list, of course. You could see above 144.93, we can buy upside calls all the way to the gap of 152. So you could see this was posted last night. Kind of sucks that it's up already, but if we break 50.35 on Google, it's going to be a little expensive. 50.35 is what we're looking for. If we want to be a little bit cautious, how's 150.69? If that works, we could target 153 to 155. Works for everybody? That's Google. And then we have SPY. I think I already answered that, but I'm just going to say it again. 515 is what you need to break. 515 gets you recaptures up that small trend line. It's a trend line within a channel, in a sense. Fun. See, you have the trend line, then you also have another channel if you want to draw it with another channel inside. This is just slow melt up, very boring, gotta wait. That's SPY for you. Meta. Yeah, Meta. That's some weekend headlines regarding drug trafficking or making drug sales easier. I mean, I don't think that's bullish. It is green pre-market up $6, but looks like right now, at least, you can see a nice little trend line forming, kind of holding up. So let's draw it together. Yeah, as long as you hold that, you should be okay. Use 482 as your support. But I would want to break 500 before I even touch Meta. And I think there's other stocks that are going to be a little cheaper. So just keep an eye on that. Metals. Yes. GLD, I expect to pull back. I'm waiting for 199 to break. GC for futures. We are in this. My futures guys, take a look at this. trend line down. We tested it, those bastards, but we pulled back, which is good. So again, I still expect us to pull back on gold to 2104. All I want is a retest. Again, I talked about this on the weekly video. You can see the downward trend, but if it breaks out, well, then we can target 2200. So this is going to give us one opportunity one way or another on gold. The issue is really the FOMC, which is on Wednesday. Microsoft, question from Ryan. Yeah, Microsoft's down today. Really on the Gemini headlines, they're going to be working. That's Google, Gemini, integrating on Apple. So Apple threw in the towel on car making. They threw in the towel on AI. I guess they're outsourcing. Fair by me. I mean, that's bullish for Google. We just looked at the chart. But in terms of Microsoft, it looks like just Chop City. You're really just looking at this malaise of nothing. So just got to wait, and nothing to do on Microsoft. I would probably skip Microsoft for the week. We traded Microsoft with Masterclass recently, but as of right now, this is just what we're looking at. So there's nothing there. Move on. There's other plays out there that are better. And Tesla, yeah. Tesla was on my watch list. Of course, he decides to soar now when whatever, doesn't matter. Had a chance on Friday, but all good. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Excuse me. There's a 4-hour. Give me enough. Yeah, here we go. See the ping pong here. Buy zone. We have a reel posted on Instagram regarding it. This is what you're looking for. That gap fill, 186.42. That's what I'm looking. That's the money. That's what we're looking for. So the last time we traded Tesla to the downside, we played puts, right? So here's the deal on that one. That was $15 out of the money. All right, we got it at 175 with the 160 puts. If we're at 170 today, we'd be playing the 185 calls if we were to do it. So let's break 172.77 first. If we do, then we can start targeting some upside calls, 195 to 185. I know, seems like a lot, seems like a big distance, but we know the path. Buy time. The further out you go in terms of expiry, the cheaper the call option is going to be. So we need to find that really good mix of time and cost. I don't want to buy in the money calls for this week, and I don't want to buy, the 230 calls for December. That's wasting. We want to go ahead and kind of have it in the middle balance for Tesla. So keep it locked in the server, premium and masterclass, guys. We'll see what we do with Tesla. Disney. Let's see. Refix this manual expansion. Okay. Let's go to the 4-hour. And I like the 4-hour chart because it shows pre-market moves. So we need a break of 112.85, but I'm be against that because we wicked at 114. Be above 115.19, and then we can start playing some more upside to 125, if not 120. And that's it. And that's where we are on Disney. All right, team, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you guys on the blog. If you guys want access to our live market blog on Discord, make sure to go to our website, www.gar.capital. Scroll down to access our Discord. Click on that once. Have paid memberships, obviously, but if you just want to get started and see what works for you, if we do work out for you, click on free plan. You'll get access to right here, the live market blog. And we did have a great video as well that was posted 4 years ago. We did an Instagram, March 13, 2020. The stock market was at 2386, the S&P. Should be a really great video for you guys to give you guys perspective of how far we have come. Oof, how fun. 4 years ago. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, we'll leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you guys in the blog. Cheers all.